Joining me now to discuss the bombing in Maiduguri Mosque and other security-related matters in Nigeria, I have Major General Anthony Atolagbe. He's a former commander Operation Safe Haven. Good to have you on Newsnight tonight. And we say Merry Christmas with a heavy heart, knowing that there are people, non-state actors who are bent on, just like the Vice President said, inflicting fear and panic among the populace. Good to have you on Newsnight tonight.
Good evening.
Yeah, but the real question is, why is this rise? Why is there a rise, a surge in, attacks on soft targets? We've had schools, markets, worship centers. There seems to be a progressive increase in, attacks on these places. What do you think is underlying here? Is it to inflict fear? And when you consider again that it's Christmas Eve that this happened, what do you think is fundamental?
Okay. Thank you very much for your question. And I say Merry Christmas to the audience. Yeah. While we look at some negative aspect of some of these issues, also maybe we should also consider the gains that the military have been making on their own part.
I think we will definitely talk about the gains, not to cut you short, but there is a rise. I guess you would agree with me that there is an increase in attacks on soft targets.
Okay, let me take it one after the other. The first one, let's talk about the abduction of the children.
Yes. At the Catholic school in Papua.
Yes. I want to look at it from the perspective of the fact that, the place is quite isolated, and I think sometimes we tend to lose our guards because this thing didn't happen in these places all this while, and perhaps it gets to a point that people may feel that I think this thing is going. So maybe some security measures that are being put in place are not. We also had some efforts that were even put in place before the people came and picked the children by the security agencies, although that one is still under investigation.
Yes.
So I want to think that some of these things, it's not as if there is a rise. If we say there is a rise, then we should be able to draw some examples to say that perhaps maybe in the first half of the year, the adoption was at so level. Because when you look at the level of perhaps, let me take the casualties in the first half of the year, was quite higher than what we have now. So in most of these areas we cannot conclude that there's a rise. That's on the part of these abductions. Let's talk about the explosion. In Maiduguri, this was one of the epicenter of explosions in the past. Right. Now, we've only had an explosion in which some children went to pick some bombs on the 5th of December, and that one exploded in their hands. Another one was on the 12th. So this is the third one in this month. Okay, so the other one that happened to the children was an unexploded bomb, perhaps not targeting any particular person, but for the fact that it was dropped. Right. It could have even been a bomb dropped from an aircraft, but that did not explode. So it may not even be from the adversary. So I need to make us understand that we may be looking at it that there is a kind of resurgence. But then let's not look at it that the situation is rising. More so that I can tell you authoritatively that the tempo of the operations within the various domains where the military are deployed in the northeast, in the northwest, honestly, there's some serious jobs that are going on at this moment. And if you listen to one of the videos from Zamfara State, from Tuji, in which he was saying that, look, let's make peace, let's discuss. The bombings are like getting too much. And so I'm taking this from...
You're looking at it from an optimistic point of view.
Honestly.
But when you say three incidents in 1 month, isn't that a lot? I mean, to the extent that northern governors came together just weeks ago to say to themselves, look, we can't have this situation continue. Let's pool resources together. As a matter of fact, they called for a 6-month ban on mining in the north, you know, having linked, you know, mining with the violence that's going on in that part of the country. And they've also called for, you know, security funds where they'll be contributing about ₦1 billion every month from their state purse, which means they're seeing this as a clear and present danger. But you are seeing it, you know, rather optimistically. You are saying that there is really nothing to worry about as far as these violent attacks are concerned. Is that what I'm reading?
I'm just confident that a lot of things are being done, and that at this present situation, we should not look at it that perhaps things will just continue to rise. It's happened, like I gave the example.
Okay, when you say, sorry to butt in there, you say that things are being done. What exactly is being done without giving out too much information, you know, that the other side can use? What exactly is being done, or what really should we be doing to even ensure that these attacks on schools, whether it be abductions, you know, banditry, terrorism, and what have you, attacks on religious centers, on mosques, what needs to be done proactively on the part of security agencies to ensure that they don't happen in the first place?
Okay. What I mean, as it pertains to what needs to be done, I want to first of all look at the fact that we have been clamoring for improvements in the number of troops that are being inducted into the missions, into the operation areas.
Right.
Now we see steps taken to ensure that the military generates more recruits to get into the service, and then the police also are supposed to get more hands through by recruiting, and also relieving them of the jobs of escort duties that they're doing.
About 11,000 or so.
Well,
for the escorts, according to the
I think according to the IG, based on the initial
numbers
call up, yes, that were received. But I know surely there will be more than that, because we in the Defense College we do studies on some of these areas, and we try to see the number of police people that are on the streets and the ones that are either taking bags. So, so aside from the aspect of the military, the police, we also have the aspect of the forest guards that are also being inducted. We have talked about some areas in the past where we say that when military leave certain areas, they are reoccupied by terrorists or by these gangsmen and so on.
So apparently it's not a good strategy. What should they do then when they need to move? Because they can't be permanently in these places.
Yes, that is what this generation of more hands and men is going to create now.
Right.
So, like, for example, I gave there are examples of what operates within the UN system in which we categorize threat areas into about 5. So we talk about the very hot epicenters as perhaps level 5. We have level 4, and according to the level of the threat is what we determine with the level of troops that you deploy. Is this one actually meant for a combination of police and the military together, or is this area meant for forest guard as is being done now? So you see a situation where if we have close to about, let's say, 500,000 troops that are being inducted into this mission, perhaps in the next 1 year, based on the strategy of government now to generate more people, the entire space will be occupied.
Right.
And then there will not be room for people to roam about. All the forests will be occupied. And I think from what we are hearing, Maiduguri should be one of the first places that these forest guards are supposed to be deployed first, so that they can occupy any that they feel is safe enough for them to commence operation, and then any other place that is a little bit hotter, they move the police there, and then the military will take those other areas. So we see a situation where both the military, the police, And along with government, efforts are being made to make sure that this guy, we've been crying for so many years that we should recruit more people. This has not happened.
So you think the major problem is boots on ground?
It's boots on ground. Okay. It's boots on ground. You can't use bullets to cover spaces.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Madam.
Major General Anthony Atolagbe is retired, former Commander Operation Safe Haven. Thank you very much for joining us on Newsnight.